Hey, this is Andy Brown. We are taking a look at PartyRock, which is at partyrock.aws. You'll need to log in. It's very easy to create an account. You literally just click through it. I'm not sure if I can log out and show you here, as I am already logged in. But the idea is that you can generate a new app. I don't find this to be particularly good. So I prefer to just create an empty application and work with the widgets directly. So the way it works is that if you click anywhere here, you'll get a widget. And so we have a bunch of fields. So imagine I want to make a game. So let's say this is like learn, I got my caps keys on, learn Japanese, because I'm learning Japanese via a MUD. A MUD is a multi-user dungeon. This is kind of a test I like to always do with these kind of LLMs, but the idea is that if we're having this game, what we want to do is first probably have a chatbot. And notice here on the right-hand side that I have different models that I can choose from. So depending on how intelligent you need it to be, you have it here. I'm not sure about like PartyRock use, like so PartyRock limits usage. So that might be something that's kind of important, as there could be some limits in terms of how it works. This is something that I wasn't really able to easily find out, but maybe as we work through it, we'll just find out. But anyway, the idea is that, yeah, we'll want a chatbot, and we have haiku, sonnet. It really depends on our use case. Haiku is really fast and probably good enough. So we'll go with haiku here because it doesn't need to be super intelligent. And so I'll drag this over, and this will just be our adventure over here. And I think placeholder is whatever the initial text is. So we can have whatever we want here. We have the initial message. So maybe this is already entered in when we start this off. So here it says, pretend you are a character named input. The user will now have a conversation with you. Okay, so here we're going to change it. And so this is a prompt document that you're entering in here. So whatever you would normally enter in for prompt engineering, you can enter it in here. I know this is a little bit small, so I'll try to jump it up a bit, though this doesn't really work good when I'm increasing the size here. Notice we can affect the temperature and the top P. I'm not sure why this is set to 0, 0. Probably 0505 is a good default setting, as 1 would be crazy. So this is more of a normal setting here. So we'll just first define a role or profession. That's like how I always like to make my prompt documents. And so I'll just say here that like this is a text-based adventure game. So that is what it is. And so here we'd have theme, and we might say like modern thriller adventure. Okay. And then the next thing we might want to say here is instructions. So, or we'll just say like game instructions, a game similar to Zork, where the user will input directions, will input actions. Okay, so we have that. The inputted instructions must be in Japanese. Okay. So we'll see if that works, but the all body text, most conversational text will be in English, with the exception of some key nouns, so that the user may learn Japanese. And so we have that. And the idea is that we need to keep fixing our prompt. We could even tell how to output the format. For now, that is fine. And we'll leave that alone here. And we'll go ahead and hit Control Enter. Just hit this button down below here. We'll save our widget. And so I thought that's what I would be saying to it, but we'll go ahead and hit Enter here. And I guess it doesn't necessarily do that. So let's go back here and edit this. And we'll take that out of here. Hello. Maybe this is the thing down here. Let's go find out what happens if we do that. Ah, it is. Okay, so we'll go back to here. Enter your commands. So say, do you want, let's learn Japanese by playing an adventure game. Type the word start in Japanese. To begin. Okay. And so here what we'll do is find the word for start in Japanese. I think it's like, yeah, it's hajimeru. Hajimeru. Okay. Which is more like to start, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and save this. And I'll just say hello, which is not correct. So here it says, Konnichiwa, welcome to the modern thriller adventure game. To start the game, please type. Oh, it actually knew to do that. That's interesting. Okay. So here I could change my keyboard for it, but I'm just going to go type in Hajimeru like this. You find yourself in a dimly lit apartment in the heart of Tokyo. The air is thick and the tension as you take in your surroundings. What would you like to do? So, you know, the thing is that we don't really know what kind of actions that we can perform. And so that would be something that'd be very useful. So we'll go ahead and add another widget here. And this will be just text generation. And I'll place this one, I'll shrink this a bit. And we will see if we can drag this on up. I'm not sure why it doesn't let me drag it here. Maybe I can drag it here. There we go. It's a bit finicky, but we'll go ahead and reopen this up. Just drag this on down if we can. And so here, the idea is that we want to generate a possible list of actions. So we can go here, and I'll just choose haiku again because they're very easy. And generate, so roll. This is a list of a UI interface that lists out possible actions that a user can perform. Okay, so actually I'll just say interface of bulleted actions. So instructions. Your purpose is to list out possible actions of Japanese words that a user can perform to progress in their adventure game. Output format instructions. Only show the bulleted list of words. Do not have a sentence that will precede the list or after. It should only be the list of words in bulleted format. And sometimes you have to, like, depending on your model, you have to be really, really specific and nail it home here. Here is the existing conversation so far, gameplay so far. And so here we can change this. We'll say @adventure. Okay, whoops, @adventure. I'm not sure why. Yep, I'm not sure why it won't complete. Add @adventure. There we go. And so the idea is that I'm assuming it will take all this history here and then it'll contextualize what it should show. So we'll hit save here. And we're going to go ahead and hit this button to play. Oh, there we go. And it did exactly what I want. Now I'm going to just tell you, it's really hard to get that to do what we want it to do. And so here we have Shieraru. she had, anyone who probably knows Japanese is like cringing here. We have Hiraku, Toru, Hana Shikareru, and Isado Suru. And I really don't recognize, except for Toru, that looks very familiar to me. So I'm going to go ahead And we'll look here. So what would you like to do? We'll go ahead and copy this here and paste it in there and see what happens. And here it's going, Nani o tori masakua. And so it's talking too much in, oh, nice. It's actually showing us the list. So not exactly what I wanted. Like, I wanted to speak to me mostly in English and then pepper things in here, but it still kind of works here. So it says, Nani o tori masaka. And so toru is to take. But it doesn't give me any idea of items or actions in here. So again, this is where we would keep iterating in the prompt. This is prompt engineering. So we go here and we'd have to go back here, game instructions, outputted format. If there are objects to interact with, please list the words in Japanese and make them obvious in the outputted text. So yeah, it requires, again, a lot of tweaking to figure this out. We'll hit enter again. So bring this, Hajimeru. The only light comes from a flickering computer screen in the corner. What would you like to do? And so here we have different ones. And again, this isn't very helpful because I'm not exactly sure what it was. We know Tori is to take. So it says Tori Nazoku. And so if I place this in here, I'm not 100% certain what it says. So we have Gamen Omiru. So we're looking at something. You approach the computer screen and examine it closely. The screen displays a series of encrypted files. Their contents hidden behind layers of security. And so we have password, Nuyu Yoku. And so here we might want to enter the password in, but I'm not sure what these mean. So this is where we have a bit of a challenge. And so this is where you might want to have another means to learn the words, right? And, I'm not sure what we would do for that. That would be something else. But, for now, what we'll do is go add another widget because I think what might be interesting is do image generation. We have Stable Diffusion and Titan. So Stable Diffusion does a better job. Titan is terrible. But we'll go ahead here and just say, describe the current, describe the current game setting. And so we'll go here and choose adventure again. So this is not very hard, as you can see. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll make this nice and square. We'll bring this up here. And we'll go ahead and hit run. And so the idea is that as we play, maybe it will show us what we're looking at, which would actually be very useful for us to contextualize what is going on. And it's not going super fast, that's for sure, because again, I'm not sure how all this stuff is shared here. And this clearly is not even close to what we're looking at, right? Because we are looking at a computer, right? So if we go to this, maybe we'll go back. And we'll drop this down here. We'll try this again. And we'll run it again and see if it's a little bit more intelligent. Okay, so we'll give it a moment. Yeah, and again, we are looking at a computer screen. We're in a dimly lit room, so that is not contextual. So again, this is just to show you PartyRock. I personally don't find this thing to be very useful. And it requires way too much work, and there's a lack of understanding of how some of these things are communicating with each other. But it's cool that they built it, and it's just to get you an introduction into LLMs. But maybe we will continue on with this example in something more complex programmatically, or do something with Bedrock with this, okay? But I will see you in the next one, okay? Ciao!